Hey everyone, David Lee here. Welcome to my San Gabriel store. Today we're going to talk about how I built one of the largest jewelry store in North America and the brands that we carry. So let's check it out. Welcome to my San Gabriel flagship store. This store is very unique to stores in America. In North America, it's probably one of the biggest watch and jewelry store with 15,000 square foot. Talk about what kind of things we're trying to do here that's special. Well, as you came in, there was this grand doors that opened up. Outside is also a European, more Zurich style, city style building. And the building has gotten awards from the city, from the county, and from the state for the beauty and functionality of this building. Now you come into the foyer here, you're greeted with orchids of flowers. I like orchid flowers, just like you would in a grand hotel. If you look up, you see the merino glass chandeliers. As you come through, you see the ceilings. We have 20-foot ceilings here to give it that height and that space. The beautiful thing about building your own building, you can really plan it for many things. Like I said, you can plan it to house all the jewelry so that you don't have to have a lot of wear and tear on it. You can also plan for events. A lot of times jewelry stores don't have room to do events. The cases are fixed and there's just no room to have a lot of people. Well, this store is a big place in itself, but we have these cases, these white cases, that can be unplugged, lifted off, and moved out. And this becomes a open event space. When we build the ceilings and the side of the walls and everything, it's acoustically designed where you can have concerts here, where the sounds will bounce off correctly so that you can have a good musical experience. Because a lot of times when jewelers have to do an event, we have to go outside to a hotel or to a restaurant where really the conditions there is not ideal. But here, we're able to establish that within my store. It was miraculous. I built it in 10 months. So why I was able to do it so quick, it's not so much the builder, because let's say the contractor can do it quick, but the cities are not moving as fast. Or the city can move as fast, but the contractors can't go as fast. Then we got the vendors that build the architecture, the furniture for their individual. I have 30 brands, so there's 30 vendors trying to build and all logistically come in at the same time. The way to do it is really to have a centralized idea that everybody can buy on. And in our case, my good friend Long Long, the world famous pianist, said that he's coming down to San Diego to do a concert. And if you can do it, I think it was October 23rd, if you can have it ready by that time, I can come to LA, I stop by your grand opening party, perform a little bit, then head straight down to San Diego. Now, I appreciate him for that because he doesn't do that normally. He's booked every day, he's a superstar, he's sold out around the world. And for him to come do that, it was really heartfelt, and I really appreciate him for that. But that also means I have to get the store done in October 23rd, and we were starting it basically in January. And so for us to do that, I had to sell that idea to the city manager, to the city council, to all the people, all the inspectors to buy into that, and my general contractor and to all their subcontractors, and to my vendors that also needs to get all their cabinet fabricators to get it all ready and to be installed in that time. So lo and behold, everything came through and we were able to do that. Each brand is given enough space to be able to create an environment of their own. Environment that has their image, environment where a customer comes in, they can be submersed for a little bit into that world of what the brand wants to give the image at. And let's say behind me we got Breitling. So you come in, and this is what Breitling is about. These are the colors, these are the woods, these are the inspirators that represent Breitling. Matter of fact, hey, my friend Daniel Wu, so he's ambassador, right? Let's look at another design. So here we come into the Blancpain shop, kind of the world of Blancpain, if you love Blancpain, and some of the subtleties here. When you walk into the factory at Blancpain at Val de Jour in Switzerland, when you go into their factory, the wording would be the same, Blancpain. The wall material, the floor tiles, the window cases, the wood that is throughout the factory is all the same. So when you walk into our Blancpain shop, it's like walking into the factory at Val de Jour in Switzerland. So here we come into AP, Audemars Piguet, those very popular watch brand, kind of a living room. of a house. You know, you get the decoration, the books, the decoration of a house, a contemporary house in La Brasserie. And that's what Audemars Piguet AP would like their clients to feel when they are in this space. They're submerged into the world of AP. The grand space, the espace as they call it, the wood, the windows, the colors, the kind of display case, the carpet. Anybody that would come in would see this is very Cartier, just like the boutiques that are around the world. And as you come in to kind of a, you know, another room, sit down, the chairs, the tables, the wall covering, the wood, you would not know you're in Hing. You would feel that you're in a Cartier boutique. And that is the beauty of how they designed it to give that feel, right? I mean, if you look at the walls, you know, the pictures and so forth, the lighting, it really gives you that sense. And we at Hing is all about, we try to promote that every brand has their image in their space. So we have, again, many other brands, Hallucinadin, Hublot, the same thing in the space that they have, they are able to present what their image is. And some are bigger and some are smaller, but nevertheless, there's that image of it. And because we have the space, we can adapt to doing that. You know, this is my own property, so I can take the liberty to do that. A lot of times people, if they're renting from a strip mall or a place, every square foot costs money. So then they start to analyze, does this brand produce enough per square foot? And if a brand doesn't, they get really a small space, which is hard for them to create an image or environment. So because I own the space and because I don't charge them rent, I'm able to take the liberty to give them more space. Not so much for what they produce as income for me, but how I feel that it would be appropriate. So here, really nice spaces. Among the 30 brands that I carry, I want to carry something at a lower price point to all the way something that could be a very high price point. Something that is maybe a few $100s to a few $1 million, right? So here we're not only selling expensive things, but the luxury things at different price points. People ask me, what is the difference between coming to Hing and other stores? Well, nowadays, the way things are, the brands are coming to open their own corporate stores in really, you know, famous places like Beverly Hills and Rodeo Drive. They have their own stores. In Newport, South Coast Plaza, they have their own stores. And there's not really a lot of ADs or authorized dealers like us anymore, multi-brand retailers. I think we're one of the last ones where if you come to one store and it's an independent, it's not, you know, we're not part of the big brands or the big groups. We're independent family business. And having so many brands in one store, the good thing is if you come here, you have your choices. You can compare the different brands in the same place. You can have different price points to compare. Like if you went to a brand that it's their corporate store, they're gonna just sell you that brand. They're gonna say their brand's the best and you should buy their brand because they only sell their brand. But when you come here, we want to really help and service and educate and sell the brand that is right for you, right for your lifestyle, right for your price point, right for the investment value. Among all the brands we have, we pretty much have all the popular ones. We could recommend the best brand for you in a non-biased way, I guess is how I would say it. So that's the advantage of coming to a multi-brand store like us and having a lot of the good brands in one place.